Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's me, Auntie Jubilee. I know I haven't been around for a while. I've been so busy doing things, getting ready with those astronauts that blasted up finally and catching up with my NASA things and catching up on a lot of stuff that was behind the scenes and, taking a little break after making that musical, the Apollo 13, the musical, which was a whole month of hard work and singing. I had to rest my throat because it was really getting sore there. I couldn't talk for a while. Well, I'm back. What I'm going to do is, I know everybody keeps talking about animatronics. Animatronics. They want to see animatronics. Well, who are those that want to see animatronics? This is a video for you. Hello, how you doing? I got one of my animatronic fans up. You saw the Chuck E. Cheese, that's why, huh? Okay. Somebody wanted to see some more animatronics. Well, I'm going to show you how I made it. Now, if any of you got my channel and you're looking at my videos, I have a video up there that shows you how to make an animatronic. I purposely made this chunky cheese doll and showed you step by step how I built this thing on a 6-part. There's 6 parts to it, not only one. Everybody's seeing one part of how I made this doll. And I explained to you everything. Now, at that time, I did not have a good microphone on the old computer because the old computer's mic was broken. So I couldn't talk and it was making sounds. And I didn't know I could do this on this little Chromebook that I'm talking to you right now, which has a better mic. You can do it. So the only thing that worked on the other computers that when I recorded my voice to the mic to my animation program, the audio came out clear. So I had to animate myself as an animatronic. And I had to be animated. I made myself an animated avatar of myself talking and explaining how I made this thing through photographs and animation. And I show you at the end of me showing you how it moves. And I know the sound quality when I come live at the end is a little distorted, but it's not that bad. You can see it how it's being done. Now, this guy here requires me to program this through a circuit board system, another attachment I need to connect all these wires to get it to work. Therefore, I don't have the other circuit board is another big setup, and I don't know how to lay everything out so I can get this to show you show you how this is working. So on the video, you will see it working. But I'm going to show you how I made this work, made this step by step, because this doll is designed so I can open it up from in. I'm going to kind of dissect it. Well, we're not going to damage it, but I have it open in the back. I didn't sew it together. I pinned it. Just so in case anything mechanical goes wrong, I could open it up easy and fix it. So I'm going to show you how I made this thing. But I'm going to show you one that does move on a different program that I don't need to connect a computer to. This Norio jack, because this one I have to connect each servo motor to a separate slider on the computer controller. The only problem with that is I can only move one motor at a time or 2 motors at a time. I really wish I could figure out how to program the thing so I can let you see the full movement that these dolls are capable of doing when all the servos work together in synchronization. I really wish programming animatronics would be as easy as doing the animated cartoons. I wish I could just move a frame and click it, move a frame and click it, or slide it up and down and let it record. You got all these numbers and codes to I can't figure that out. That's too complicated for me. I had something else that had that, but I think the other computer I had, maybe the internet I had before, it wasn't working. I got to try another setup. What I need is to get me another computer separate so I can run the animatronics. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I don't have enough the right stuff to work it. All I know is the adrenal boards and all that other stuff is so complex. I do, This old girl, it's just too hard for me. I'm sorry. It's too much numbers. I'm just, when you're dyslexic, it's hard to figure those things out. So if anybody knows an easy control that I can just push buttons, like the way Aaron controls his rocket fire by pushing buttons and making things move. I really wish I could do that. That would be easy. Or sliders going up and down, like how I make them move. Because I have a slider, but I can only do one motor, but I don't know how to record the movements. And I just move one part and get it synchronized, and move the next motor and synchronize, and move the next, like I do when I do the animated, when I do an animated cartoon, that's what I do with the avatars. I move one movement at a time so I can get the positions right so the characters can move. And it's pretty much the same way as doing the animated cartoons I do. If I could only animate the animatronics like I can animate my cartoons, I'd be in business. I wish iClone would come out with an animation program for animatronics. That'd be wonderful. Let's see. I see some people up here talking. Let's see. CGF controller, why more? I'm reading some people came up and tried. I'm going to see. Does Aaron know? Believe it or not, when I went to see Aaron in person and brought the animatronics to him for him to sell for me, I asked him that, do you have a controller that I can control these things? And he doesn't know how to really control servos like he can with what do you call them? Mac valves. His systems work on Mac valves, air compression. Or his animatronics are air compression. There are some servos that he has connected that works the thing, but he doesn't really like servos. He really likes to do pneumatics. That's what it is, pneumatics, air compressed. And I like to get into that. If I can no way get all the devices I need to do that, but it's a lot of money. Just one of those things, the air compressor valve, the Mac valves. Some of them cost anywhere between $30 to $40. Some go up to $100, depending on how much pressure. And that's just one movement. And then you got to buy the valves to go with. Then you got to buy the tubing. Then you got to buy the air compressor. Then you got to buy the controller. Oh boy, you need at least $7,000 to $8,000 or maybe $10,000 to get started to make a full animatronic. I don't have that much money, so I can't do that. Too expensive. Animatronics is a very expensive hobby. You have to have a lot of money. And that's why I don't do that many anymore, because there's no money in it. But I did make a new animatronic that works with a pico-torque. This is a device that comes from Fight Props. It works with audio, as you talked about, will move, or the head will move, whatever you're going to animate with. This character, I don't have the mouth moving on it, but I have its head moving to the sound. It automatically has an eye movement and another movement. But head, actually, it's designed to make a face move. That's what I used to move the big Billy Bob I've been working on. I've been trying to get working. The only thing is I need to buy more parts to him, and the parts I need to buy for him cost a couple of $100, and I don't have a couple of $100 right now to buy the parts. And I do need to get me a new computer. I do need to get my TV fixed, and I do need to get my air conditioner fixed, and I do need to go to the right top of my teeth. So, money is hard, and I'm sure everybody around the world is having the same problem too. So, that is why I don't doing that many animatronics right now. But I'm going to show you what I have. I made the biggest thing that was going out all around Christmas time. Well, this is my big stuff. I have to move out of the way. He's in the way. This guy is with me everywhere. You see Biggie stuff. I can't do a show without Biggie stuff. All my big boys in the back. That's my mascot. I'm sure everybody got mascots, right? Well, I'm going to show you someone who's very popular. This is the newest animatronic I made. And this one works by himself. So I don't really need to hook him up to computers. I made Baby Yoda. How you like Baby Yoda? This is Baby Yoda. He's an animatronic. And he likes the meatball. I did this as a joke. When the astronauts went up in space, they would say, "What do you like, the meatball or the worm?" Oh, I like the meatball. That was Yoda. He's wearing the meatball. I like meatballs. See, his eyes move, and his head moves, and his arms move. And I'll show you what he does. And let me show you the kind of controller I put on him. I have it here underneath his outfit. Now, he's paper mache. I made this guy all out of paper mache. See, he's all paper mache. His head's paper mache. I did paper mache work. It's all paper mache. His arms have there are two separate servo motors in his arms to make his arms go up and down. A servo in his head to make his head turn. And inside there's a servo mechanism inside his head to make his eyes open and close. And the Pico Talk, which is a little device, you can get this at Flight Props. It's this little device over here. It's a little controller box. You see this? Whoop. I'm trying to get this so you can see it. It's a little controller box that I attached to the bottom of his feet right now. So I can hold it in place. And when I move the doll around, I don't have to, because I use this little control box on a couple of things already as I test things. It runs two servo motors on a loop. So the arm movement and its eye movement is connected to the continuous loop. The audio, there's an audio cable that connects to this. When it senses audio vibrations, it would either move them out or whatever you connect that servo to. In this case, the head's going to turn back and forth with the sound. That's how I ran this one. Because I didn't make, his head was too small for me to get his mouth to move. I wanted his eyes to move. And that, most of the time, Baby Yoda's expression is mostly in his eye and his head tilt. So that's what I decided to do on this one. And his hand gestures. So without any further ado, I'll show you how he works. First, I got to plug in the audio cable to a sound source. In this case, I'm going to use my Big Stuff cartoon that's on my other computer. As Biggie sings, the Baby Yoda's head's going to move. I'm going to plug that in. And get this off. Okay, now, this is the power cord. Whoops, got my mouse connected to the... This is the power cord that comes with the device. I bought it as a kit. You can buy that little box separate, then you have to buy the power source separate. But if you buy it as a full kit, you'll get the power source, and you also can get a speaker to go with it. I have to hook the speaker up later on. Well, let me center this so you can see him. Hold on. I'll show you how it automatically works when I plug it in. Let me just set up my video. Let me move Chunky Cheese out of the way because I'm going to take him apart and show you how he works. I'm going to show you, we're going to kind of dissect little Chunky Cheese here to show you how I made this animatronic. This is a 5 servo animatronic. Its both arms are separate servo. Its head, its mouth, its head turn, its mouth, its 2 arms, and its body lean. Let me just set him over here for now. I want you to say Yoda. Okay, Yodi, you're on. Can you get a good look at Yodi? Here's Yodi. Yoda is going to come to life. Little baby Yoda here. And let me show you. As soon as you plug him in with this device, called a Pico Talk, it comes from Flight Props. And watch what he does. Automatically, it would synchronize a movement without me even having to adjust anything or program anything. It automatically has a pre-programmed movement in it, see? And it's moving its arms. It also moves its head too. And it also moves its eyes. See its eyes moving? See if I get better light to see his eyes move. See his eyes? He's moving his head and his eyes. Now, watch what happens when I put some sound to him. I think the reason why his head is moving every now and then is because there is audio going through it from my computer, even though the computer was not on. That's odd. Well, here it goes when I put the computer on. Now the head really moves. You see, it's going synchronization to the audio track that I have now. If you have an audio and another speaker on, then I got to connect over here the audio that's playing through it. And its head is moving towards the synchronization of what I'm saying on the audio. In this case, it's my Jack Swaggart over here singing a song. And he's making Yoda move its head. It's a splashdown day, that's right. Today, it's a Yoda day. Baby Yoda is saying hi to everybody. Today is an animatronic day. Because everybody wants me to show some animatronics. So I figured I'd show this little alien Yoda. I mean, I already showed you Eclipsio, and I showed you Embryo. And I was thinking about making an Eclipsio and an Embryo also. But I still got to get some money to get some motors. I need to get some servo motors. It does get costly. I need at least $100 so I can make an order. And right now, to get up $100 spare money takes me several months to save pennies every month. So that takes me 6 months to get $100 spare money up so I can buy toys. Before I can buy toys, I got to pay bills. I guess that's the usual scenario. When you own a house and everything, you got to, and then sometimes things come up and you got to use the money for something else. So that's how I made that one work. Let me show you the Chuck E. Cheese. Everybody wants to see how I make them. And meanwhile, I'll show you, when I take out the audio, you would hear my song in the background. That's Swaggy singing a song. He's Jack Swaggart the astronaut. Yeah, I hear you. Now I'm going to show you how the Chuck E. Cheese is made. For everybody who's an animatronic lover. I just have to move this out of my way.
Get home faster again.
Let me just get this over here.
Let's make our first bird sooner.
Let me just get this back here.
This will increase our velocity.
Pardon me for moving things around and show you my elbows. It's a little table I'm working on, so I don't want things to fall down. You gotta maneuver stuff. Okay, Swaggy. Thank you for doing your job. You did what I said I needed you for. Oh, long mouse. I wonder what's going on. When you're running two computers, you got two different mice. You forget which one you're using. Okay, I'm going to shut this one off for now because I don't need it. I just needed that for the demonstration. Just so I don't have no distractions. Later on, I'll play with this one. That was just to show you that. Another time, I'll probably open everything up and do the other kind of animation, which I have to figure out how to set everything up. What I'm going to do, how many of you seen my musical, Apollo 13, the musical? Did anybody see that? Well, it's a splashdown day, too. That song, It's a Splashdown Day, that motivated me to make the Apollo 13, the musical. And I put that up the day that the astronauts were supposed to originally blast off. And I don't know what they would think to have those astronauts blast off on a rainy day. But I'm glad that the weather cleared up the Saturday and it went up. How many of you saw the launch? Did anybody see that launch? That was fun. That's no reason why you haven't seen me before. I was catching up with my astronauts. I'm astronauts for astronauts. I'm astronauts for astronauts. That's what I meant to say. Well, looks like you guys like animatronics. So, without no further ado, I'm going to show you how that animatronic was made. We're going to step by step take this poor little mousey apart. Well, Chuck E. Cheese, I'm sorry, but everybody wants to see how I made you. I'm going to put this back so you can get a good view of what I'm doing. This is Chuck E. Cheese. We all know that. The one who messed up Rocket Fire Explosion. This is what he gets for doing that. Watch. This is his outer covering for his head. Let me put the pins in here so I don't lose them. See, if you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see how I made the pattern. I'll probably put up online the pattern if people want to make this thing. But the same method how I made this work is how I made almost all my animatronics. I made it with soda bottles. I make good use of recycled goods. I believe let's use recycled stuff to make things with. Why not? You know. So I do recycle. Once I get this opened up, now I can't completely take it all apart. Only a certain part of it, because the feet are glued onto the platform. So I can't completely take it all off this outfit, but I can take it off enough to show you how I made it. See, there's a little stuffing I put inside for his arms. And his arms is separate, they're all connected. They're on a wire. See? All the arm is a wire connected to a servo, see? Okay. And some of his stuffing is coming out all over the place. I'll have to restuff them up when I put them back together. There's stuffing. That was in one of his arms when I took off his arms. See, this one, all Chuck E. Cheese characters have stuffed arms. When I made the Rocket Fire Explosion, I used the soft, lightweight, that mold magic from Crayola, that lightweight plastic clay. You can't use sculpting because I did sculpting once, and the hand sometimes gets too heavy and it bounces, and the little servos, it gets too heavy for the servo motors to bring the arms up and down. So what I did is I put, see, let me bring it up close so you can see. Each one of these, see, let me show you how inside the head is. The head mask is connected to the front here. I had it connected on, so it stays on here. It's a plastic backing, and then I put like a cardboard reinforcement inside to hook the motor. I'm going to give you a close-up on that, how that's done. Let me just bring the computer a little closer, and I'll show you how that works. You see how I connected the servo motor here, and it's connected onto a lever. So when the servo motor goes up and down, let me get a good pose on it. moves the lever up and down, see? It moves this lever up and down beside its head. And that lever connects inside. Let me see if we can get a good light. See, the lever is inside connecting to the bottom jaw of the mount. Let me see if I can get a good light. I'm trying to see if I can film it. Hold on. As I'm doing this, stuffing is coming out of him and it's going inside. I don't want it there. Hold on. I'm going to have to really work on this poor guy once I'm finished. I'm all back together again. I did this just for you guys now. I had to tear my toy apart. Let me see if I can show this here. If you look at the video, you would see better detail how I did it step by step. But just see this lever here goes up and down. There's a pivot on here. In here, see there's a pivot? I put a tubing here. Now these tubes, these little plastic tubes, if any of you got doggies and you buy the little doggy bags that you throw out the poop in, keep those little tubes because that's what I use. I also used one inside his pivot, inside his body. See, the body is made out of sticks. See, the sticks, you can get these in the craft store. See, now on his feet were made out of the sculpting clay. It's heavyweight. That will balance him. Now you got one of those wooden stars to make for his base. All it is just two wooden dowels that are inserted inside the clay feet. I make like a little ladder. See, it's inside. Can you see it from here? Inside there's like a little ladder. Now, if you look at my video, you'll see how that's made. I show you how I make it, and I pretty much. Now, there's a tube on top of the ladder. You see that tube on top of the ladder? That's another one of those doggy bag tubes. That's the pivot. There's a screw or thin stick running through it so that the body can go up back and forth like this. This motor down here runs the body. See? There's a servo inside. A servo inside. See the servo? This servo, as it goes up and down, gives you your body tilt. You see it's on the pivot? And that's how it's moving. See, there's the tubing in here. This is the tubing. And this is the pivot. See, this is the pivot. There's a wooden pivot. And I put like a dowel going across. I put tape on the end. So in case I have to take it apart, I just pull this tape off and I can slip it open so I can get inside to fix if anything breaks. There are two, and I put two pieces of the tubing here to stop the body from shifting back and forth. Sometimes your bodies are wide and you don't want it to keep shifting back and forth too much. I cut two pieces of the tubing on each side. And now if you don't got those doggy bags, you can use pens. When you got a pen and it runs out of ink, soil off the tips and you got yourself a tube. And you just stick a wooden dowel inside. It works the same way. And you can use it for this pivot and the pivot inside the other thing. Now, this here wire here, I had to reinforce in there. You can use a heavier gauge wire, but I had to use a thin wire because the servo holes are thin. Now, they sell servo wires already built with a bend on them, but they're expensive. I still happen to got a few now to make my other things, but they are expensive. They charge you like $7 for probably one of these. It's like if you want to buy everything, it's like, oh. So it depends on where you get it too. Sometimes they charge you less. Sometimes they charge you anywhere between $5, $4 for a motor. You can buy a small motor like this for $4, or you can buy a small motor like this for $20. Depends on what grade motor you want to buy. I used the little cheaper ones because I can't afford the expensive ones. Because I had to put 5 motors in this thing, so and 5 times 5, you know how much it runs into, right? Yeah, you pay let's say $5 each motor, 5 times 5. It gets costly, and then you got to buy the wires, the extenders, and they're about $2 each. It depends on where you buy them too. Sometimes some people will charge you $3 for one of these. It depends on where you buy them. The wooden dowels, you can get these in Walmart. This is a big soda bottle. I cut the top and the bottom off. This is styrofoam card on top of this plate on top. See, I run a servo motor over here. To see the servo motor? This servo motor with the servo thing here. This is a part of the top part of another piece of the plastic bottle, the top part. I use this to frame for the head. This servo motor in here is moving its head tilt. See? When you make a head turn, you want to make sure your servo turns all the way which way you want to make the head. And make sure you got your center point in the right spot. Line up the center point of your servo motor. I put dots on here so I know where the center point was, where the motor was, and the front on here. So when I put the motor, I knew how far the head was going to turn. That's very important because if you put the head on backwards, your toy is going to wind up doing this. Instead of the head being in the front, you know what I mean? So you have to make sure you line that up because that's important. You don't want your character to look back or have his body backwards and his head on the other side. So yeah, and then this is the body to make him stand up now. Put it down. Now what I do is I reinforce and everything, but I glue things and then I reinforce some wires around it. I like holding everything together with wires and glue. A lot of people use hot gun glue, but hot gun glue comes apart after a while. When you want to make something to last, I wire everything so I don't come off. And I wire it on because in case the motor burns out or breaks up, I can get inside this and put a new motor. Got to make it so you can get to it in case you have to replace parts too. That's another thing you have to think about when you're making stuff like this. Because, they eventually have to use, they wear out and you got to replace them. Sometimes you buy motors. A lot of times I bought a lot of motors at one time and I got about 3 or 4 of them that died. They were bad. Sometimes you get stuck with lemons. That's another thing too. It gets costly. That's another reason why it gets costly too. But that's basically how I make it. The hardest part of making this toy is to make sure how you got the lever inside the mount and how to put the face mask on so it hooks right into the mount in the right part so the mount can open and close. That's usually the hardest part is to get the mount movement right and align the servo right to how you want this to go, depending on your scoped how you balance where the pivot point is. Once you got that accomplished, the rest of it's pretty easy. And I was also centering this here. Got to make sure you got this pivot just right. If you don't get this pivot just right, it won't work right. So, and you got to pivot it from inside how long you have to make it. But making the arm movement is so simple and the head movement is so simple. Just make sure you align your motors where they go. Like this one only could go so far because the stick goes out. But that's okay because that's all I want it to go is up to there. I don't want it to go way in the back. And you just align where your motors go. Sometimes you'll get ahead and the motor connected to the head. Sometimes you got to balance it out to where you want it. And then that's how it will work. And then your arms will move. And then your head moves. And then you got your toy. And that's basically is. The thing is, too, when you're making your wires, you got to try not to get them all tangled. I try to keep them all on the same side. And run down a leg. And run true. I would like to run true on the bottom here. Eventually, when I completely get this thing working the proper way, I'll put the wires in the right spot. But until then, that's basically how I made this. I'll give you another look-see inside to show you the mechanisms. I'll give you a chance to study what I did. And if there's any questions, let me know. Let's see if I can get you another angle. Let's see. That's the body, how I did the inside motor for the body to move on this pivot. See the pivot? Pivots over here on the top. These are very easy. You have to line up the motors. I screwed them into the plastic. By the fact, it screws into the plastic real well. And it holds very nice. Good way to recycle plastic bottles, don't you think? Yeah. Now, to make the face sculpt, I make this first out of clay. I sculpture it out of clay. Sometimes I get a plastic soda bottle cover the top, the plastic soda bottle like I'm going to use inside, and I scoped over that so the head comes the right size. So when I make the mold, it will fit over the mech, right? That's very important to line it up. You got to make sure you synchronize that too. If your mouth movement won't work, and it's always good to sculpt your mouth open. Opener the mouth like this, the better your movement. Make so you have enough lip here so your lever can fit inside the bottom chin and stay there. You could also glue it or screw it on the bottom if you want. I attached the head with some we call those things called brads that used to hold papers together. See, I fastened some brads on it to hold the head onto the bottle. The reason why I use brads is in case I have to change the mask, I could take this mask off and make a new one. Because eventually, latex rubber dries out and I have to replace the face mask. That usually happens over time. Unfortunately, I haven't designed latex rubber to last forever. Aaron has that same problem with his animatronics, all the animatronics. You can have a beautiful animatronic, it works beautiful, but eventually the face decays and you gotta make a new face for it. I sculpture the face out of clay first, then I make a plaster mold. And then inside the plaster mold, when it's all done, I pour the liquid latex rubber. And then I comes out the mask and then I paint it. I like sculpting the mask with the paint inside it. I dye the rubber, the main color, see, that the mask is. When you mix the latex rubber with the acrylic paint inside it and you get the color that you want, it helps the latex last longer. It doesn't decay as fast. And your color doesn't peel off. You don't get cracks in it. Because I one time sculpted faces with the plain latex, then I painted over them, and the rest of the paint would crack off the latex as it dries out, and it looks disgusting. It looks like, So that's the way I do. And when you paint over the painted latex, whatever other paint you use stays on better too. I use acrylic paint, but the one that works the best is the acrylic plastic paint or the acrylic shiny paint. That works the best on the latex. It stays on better than the regular acrylic. But if you can't get that, regular acrylic works good too. And that's usually what I use. Then, of course, you make your outfit and you dress up the doll and you bring it to life. Then you run it through your computer, however you can figure out how to animate the thing. That's usually the hard part. I'm good at making them, but programming is very hard for me to figure out. If only it would work as easy as my animated cartoons, I'll have no problem. So that's my my little tutorial I have here on how I made this animatronic. If you want to see more in detail what I exactly did, where I buy all the stuff and everything, I have good descriptions of what I use to make the doll on my YouTube channel. It's called How to Make an Animatronic, 1 out of 6 parts. There were 6 parts to the whole thing. I first show you how I sculpture the face out of clay and how I make a mold, how I pour the latex rubber in the mold, how I paint it. Then I show you how I sculpture the hands out. If it's like a rocket fire explosion, you want to put hands. I use the Crayola Mold Magic, that lightweight, airy clay. It's like a plastic clay, but it's lightweight. It's almost like the fun foam. It's very lightweight. It's good to make hands out of. Because when you make the hands move on those wires, you want your servo motors to move the hands up and down so it doesn't jam your motor. You don't want to put too much weight on your motor, because if you put too much stress on the servo motor, your servo motor will burn out. And you don't want that. So you got to make sure the motor moves freely. Also, you see, that's another part too when you make an animatronics. You got to make sure you get the center of balance just right, especially when you got weight on the big head. Now, Chuck E. Cheese, when I first made him, I wanted to do a head up and down like this. But because its head was so big, the little motor kept making the head go boop, It couldn't go up because it was too much weight. Because the motor inside the mount movement, and the other motor for the head turn was just too much weight for the little motor to bring the head up and down. So I had to take the up and down movement off and just make the head turn back and forth. Sometimes you have to do that. It just didn't work. Unless I got a larger motor to put inside. But I wasn't going to spend $20. That's what I had to go up and down. I had too much money for that. If it was a big stuffed doll, then I'll think about it. A matter of fact, that's probably what I'm going to do. A small version of my Apollo Boys. But I do have, I'm going to, next video, the musical, the Apollo 13, the musical, all those songs that I made for the cartoon. Well, I showed it before, the big animatronics. How many of you saw my large animatronic dolls on the Apollo 13? Now, those were large size, big dolls. Each was about 4 feet tall. They were made by electric motors. They run with electric motors. One arm moves up and down. One arm moves this way. The head moves this way. And the mouth opens and closes. Each one has 4 movements, except for the Jubilee Sally one, where I had the one motor moving the 2 arms on the same motor. But they all still have 4 movements. Just I want the Jubilee Sally's arms to move this way. And it only took 1 motor to do that. And then the head turn and the mouth movement. So she has 3. I'm going to do my next live stream. I'm going to do my dolls, doing some of the songs, or maybe all the songs, to the Apollo 13, the musical. Going to do a live stream. Now, I did do a video with other songs because I had to worry about this YouTube taking off copywritten songs. So I made Apollo 13 a musical so I could use it to run my animatronics of Apollo 13 dolls. Now, I used to do shows in the park called People Animated to Praise the Lord Jubilee with those large-sized dolls. And I would do sermons and shows and cartoons. Every time I showed a new big stuff cartoon, I would show the cartoon and have the dolls going in synchronization with it. Of course, I wouldn't show the full-length cartoon. I would make a short version of it, like a 15-minute version. Because I have to push. Now, those dolls work by push button. I'm like mission control. I'm like the computer for the dolls. I got to push all the buttons to get those dolls to work. Something like the way Aaron, when he programs his dolls. The thing is that he could record his movements. I wish I could figure out how to record the movements. So after I program it, I could be hands-free and just watch the show instead of having sore fingers at the end. Because after I do a show, my fingers hurt. I got to push about 20, 30 buttons to run that. Because I don't only have the 4 dolls moving. I got an embryo doll that moves, a super frog doll that moves, a couple of other things that move alongside. When I did the outside show, I had spacecrafts and things blasting off. I had all fun stuff going on here. I had things moving. I had these things in the back. I had all kinds of things. That all of a sudden things moved, and people were like, as I was working at the show, it was kind of fun. Well, these things weren't connected to it. These were outside. When I did the 25th anniversary, what I originally made these guys for. Yep, they were in the show. Now they're in the show. That's my boys. I know nobody likes my boys. Oh, that's me. How many of you saw my show? Did anybody remember? McDonald's fan, did you ever make a choo-choo? Yes, I did. You want to see a choo-choo? I'll show you. Hold a second, I'll get him. I made all the characters from Rocket Fire. Matter of fact, see that? I don't know if I can get the computer over there because I don't got enough wire, but there's a bunch of stuff in my house. But you see all those dolls up there? There's choo-choo right there. See all that? That's a full size scale. The same size as the Chunky Cheese. I made a Rocket Fire. Matter of fact, those were my first dolls. Let me show you the choo-choo up close. I have all of them. I did make a choo-choo. I fixed on my YouTube channel. Getting choo-choo to go up and down was a very hard movement. I didn't have the gear that you really need to do that. It was like $20 just to get that. I'm not gonna spend $20 just to do that. Hold on, I'll show you. Whoop, doggy. My doggy was in my way. There's Choo-Choo. Okay, there we go. See, my Choo-Choo in his little tree. I had to make the tree tall because they have to go up and down. The mechanism that I had to use acquired that. I can show you. It comes out. I'll show you how I made this work. I think it comes out. It's on a base. In this case, I can fix the mechanics. He kind of turns a little bit. Just to make this thing go up and down took a lot of work, believe it or not. A simple up and down movement drove me crazy. Wait till you see what I had to do. I had to make, like, almost looks like a spaceship. I had to put the head on a thing here and had to put a cylinder so the head could go up and down. There's a rod going through the choo-choo connected to a servo shaft. Shaft I had to make long as I had to attach two others. This looks like a little robot with an arm. And what this little robot does is goes up and pushes the wire up. And that brings his head up and then down, brings his head down. See? A loop, a loop, a loop. That took forever. That was not easy. It took me a month to get this to work right. Simple movement, because I had to make sure I had the right size. I had to figure it out. I said, there is a simpler way of doing it. They have a servo wheel that you connect to the servo, and they have a stick on the side that has teeth. It connects to a gear. So when the servo turns, it pushes the teeth up and teeth down. But that mechanism was like $20. Too much money for me right now. I don't want to spend $20 to do something simple. Now, if I was doing it for a contract or something, then I would. Now, I have my bucket. See, it was an empty bucket. And then I put stucco all over it to make the tree trunk look. I put FF in the front, so I know that that's the front of the bucket. And I just sit and choo-choo inside, and that makes them go up and down. All right, you have to design them so you can get inside to fix them. So that's how I made choo-choo. And he goes up and down. I got him down now. I should put him up a little higher. But that is choo-choo. You like? Okay, thank you. So that's how I made choo-choo. Anything else? Anybody got more questions for me? Excuse me. I gotta get a drink. Want me to show you anybody else? Oh, I can show you a little one of Billy Bob. Hold a second. I got something I'm gonna show you. Look at my astronauts. We go woggle until I get back. I got some more stuff to show you. Okay. I got here a mini Billy Bob show here. There were 4 circles in this. And each character, I put it on a base. Each character, this is separate. I think attached this here. I have it. Each character moves. The Lily Bird, I made just the head turn back and forth. The can was too small to do that mechanism, so I made him just turn his head so he could look at Billy Bob and talk. And so, hi there, I'm Billy Bird. Billy Bob over here comes off. I have him connected to the base, so when I pick it up, it don't fall down. This is Billy Bob, a small miniature Billy Bob that I made. See? He has 3 more. He has 4. He has 3 movements. He's got his guitar strum on. He's got a body tilt that doesn't work so good. I still got to work his body tilt, but he has a body tilt. And he's got a head turn. And that's my little Billy Bob. I wanted to manufacture these and make them. Cost too much money. Yeah, but I was going to show Aaron, I showed Aaron some toys. He was selling some of them for me. To make this in production, it cost too much money. Nobody would buy it. It cost me just to make this doll. Cost me about $50. Then I got to give Aaron I had to pay royalties to Aaron if I sell one of his items. And then it cost me $150 altogether after all that's done. Then shipping and handling. And then I had to sell this thing for $300 to make a profit on it. And nobody's gonna buy it. This whole set. So that's why I don't do it. It's too much money. If I make animatronics, I would make my own characters, like the Apollo 13 astronaut or something that's my own copyright, that I do not have to worry about anybody else. And I have to pay royalties, because royalties kills you. I could do my embryo, zygote, eclipsio, Little Ghost the Lion, Leon the Lion. I made a lot of my own cartoon characters. A bunch of my own animatronics, like the size. But that's how I make them. This one is made out of soda. Actually, I used a plastic cup for his body. On the same wooden amateur, but smaller version, I sculptured the face out of the latex rubber. Out of clay, and then I made a latex mold, and I put the fur over it. His whole head is all nice and stuffed. It's on a turntable that I put underneath here, connected to the servo motor so his head could turn. And his arm's a separate movement, so his arm could go up and down. His guitar is latex. I make it out of latex. I even put the birdie on it, see? The birthday bird with the hairdo. See how much detail I put in my toys? I make every detail. Got the tooth, got the nose, got the eyes. See? Close up. Isn't he cute? That's Billy Bobby. He's got his birthday bird. He's got his guitar. That's out of rubber. See? He's got the guitar. He's got the bird. I gotta put a piece of wire in here so the guitar stays straight, because the weight of the bird is making it go boop. So I got this glue piece of wire and it'll stay up. Actually, I'm supposed to attach it to this arm. I was going to put another servo in here, but I didn't go to make the guitar move up enough so this arm can move too. But there's only so much space inside a small doll to stick the servos, so There's not a lot of room inside a plastic cup. Sometimes you have to limit your movements. So that's how I did that. I have a lot of stuff I can show you, lots of things. So anything else? Let me see if anybody wrote anything else. Let me ask questions. Hold on. I know I asked a lot of questions to see if anybody answered any of them. Let me put that away anyway. Let me see if I can see all this. Let's see. Number one, McDonald's. You should make the older versions of Chuck E. Cheese robots. I mean the half body ones. You talking about the half bodies? Well, I will make those only if I get an order to make it, and people are willing to pay the money. Because I'm not going to spend $500 to make. That'll cost me about $500 to make. Then I got to pay the royalties to who owns the characters, so I don't get in trouble with the copyright. So that's probably $700 right there, maybe $800 because it's double. Then it's shipping and handling. Whoever it's got to be mailed out to, maybe another $30 or $40, depending on how much it costs. I would have to charge you about $2,500 for me to make a profit on that. Anybody willing to pay $2,500? I'll make it for you. Because I'm not going to go through all that and not make any money on it. It takes a year to build. I have to sculpture each face. I have to make all the molds. Got to pour the molds. Got to buy the latex rubber. Got to search for the right fabric to match the colors. Got to buy all the servo motors. It's a lot of work. Got to spend hours amongst hours to get them to move right. Got to test them to make sure they're working right. Make sure they don't break. It's a lot of work. Hey, you said nope. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's too expensive. I'm sorry. I would love to make it for you. I mean, I can make a small animatronic doll on anything that's not copywritten by anybody else, or just the mechanisms, and you could dress it up to be what you want it to be. I could just make a basic animatronic form of a head movement and maybe an arm movement, two circle movement for about maybe $300. And then you skin it and put it together, put whatever kind of costume on it you want. If you're willing to pay $300, I can make you that. It'd be about the size of this. Be like this. But it won't be a Billy Bob. It'll be just the animated. Like what I skinned. Like I skinned him. But without the face. It will be just the mechanisms. The body, the arms. And this will be just an empty head with the mechanism with the map movement. Now, if you want one like this with 5 motors in it, then I have to charge you $1,000 because this takes a lot of work. As you can see, look how much work goes into this. I got to build all that stuff inside there. Got to build this. Got to build that. Got to build this. Got to build. It's a lot of. It takes me about 6 weeks to build it and make sure it works right. And that's just making you the form, not a character. You got to design a character you want on it yourself. Oh, okay. All right. You let me know, and I'll make them for you. I just had to wait a while because I don't have money right now to buy servos and parts right now. Kind of broke. I got to get a TV fixed, and I got to get a new computer, and gotta get my teeth. Gotta get my teeth. I'm gonna go for my teeth Thursday. Hopefully, I get my teeth. So next time I come online, I can go. I can smile again. And you can see my pretty smile that I don't have anymore. I mean, I want to smile like Jack Swagger here, the astronaut. See, I once had a smile that looked like Jack Swagger. Can't wait to get my teeth. That's Jack Swagger, the astronaut. That's the real Mr. Big Stuff. That's Jack Swagger. It's the guy over here that's moving back and forth. See? I can make animated pictures of anybody. Like you can animate anybody like that. That's nice to do. That's easy to do. Actually, you can make your own rocket fire explosions and Chuck E. Cheese characters like that too, and have stand-ups to make them animated too. Check my video out. There's one I did a live on how I made these. Sometimes you can get really complicated. Let me show you something in animation. You can make an animated picture complicated too. Let me show you. I'll be right back. Here's this used to be connected to a motor. The motor came off on it. I gotta fix it. But this is a mechanical, what's on a mechanical thing. It needs a little work because the motor came off the spindle, so I had to fix it. It's a very simple fix, but this is what this used to do. See that? You can make a moving picture too. It's animated like this. Want to see how that's done? Let me show you how complicated that gets. Now, on the back of this, there was the motor was down here. And as the motor turns, this will go up and down. As this is going up and down, it's moving everything. See, it's like a Z. And it's pushing up. This moves up and down. This is pushing this up and down, which is moving Red Haze's head. Jim's head is connected to the top here. He's connected to the pivot. This main pivot here, there's a cut through here. This main pivot's moving Jim. So this here makes Jim move. This one is pushing back and forth in this direction is moving Jack Swaggett's head and his arm. The bottom part, as this is moving back and forth this direction, it's pulling this up and down at the same time. You gotta know your geometry too for this kind of stuff. See how it pushes up, down, up, down. And it's pulling this up and down, which causes his hands to move. Isn't that amazing? One simple movement. 5 different movements. Actually 5 different movements if you really count the body and Jim's body and head movement as two. When you do it by hand, you can go, Apollo 13, Apollo 13, Apollo 13, welcome home again. Depends on what kind of motor you want to put on, slow motor or a little faster motor. That's how I make pictures that move. Ain't that fun? You could also do a picture of Chuck E. Cheese like that too. You can put up pictures of Chuck E. Cheese characters or rocket fire explosion characters and have fun cutting the picture apart. Figure out how you want to make it move. Go in the back and get geometry like. I used some paper fasteners. You got to know where to cut the holes and how the pivot's going to push. See, that's a secret to get the head to connect. And you got to know where to put the pivots on the head. So it's connected. See, everything's all connected. No matter what part of the picture I move, it would move everything. See? You can move from here. You just have to know your geometry and figure it out. And you can make anything move. Can you make a Billy Bob puppet? I mean, like this? Or a puppet. Yes, I got a Billy Bob puppet. Hold on, I'll show you. I also got Yoda puppet. Baby Yoda. Hold on, I'll show you. Matter of fact, you're my best fan. Get it? You're my best fans, everybody. This goes out to all my fans. A fan wave. Get it? Okay, I just had to do that. That was funny. Yeah, of course I do know how to make a Billy Bob puppet. Yep, she sure does. Hi there, I'm Billy Bob. What's your name? Yes, yep. In fact, Aaron did sell a Billy Bob puppet not too long ago. Yeah. And if you're interested in Billy Bob puppets, let Aaron know. When he gets an order, I'll make one. It's pricey, because don't forget, he has to get the royalties for me to do this. And I have to go out searching for the fabrics and making it. And it takes me a couple of weeks to make it. I won't go buying stuff unless I know I got an order. Because it does cost money to make. They don't just come out of midair. You gotta, I need to. And it takes time to make. Yep. Everything is handmade by Rosalie Gratiano. RG Jubilee. And everything that you get from RG Jubilee is made very good. You could have a lot of fun. Uh-huh. Look at all the people you got there, Rosalie. You got a lot of fans. Why don't you bring out the fan again? Okay. Here you go, fans. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, that's wonderful. So you do like me? I'm Billy Bob. I don't really talk like that much. Aaron does me. But this is the way Walter does me. I kind of sound like Eclipsio, don't I? Yeah, you got a lot of hands. Hello. How many you want to see Baby Yoda? Want to see Baby Yoda? He's up next. Oh, do you want to talk to me? Me? You want to talk to me? Oh, me? Does that mean me? You like me? Oh, thank you. I got a fan. Well, I'm Billy Bob. So this is what the Billy Bob puppet looks like. It's a pretty big puppet. And in the back of his head is where you do his hand, his motion. And I got his body and his clothes. His clothes are separate from his body. See, I make him that you could take the clothes off if you want to watch him. His all fuzzy body. See, he's all, could be undressed if you want. See, let me show you. My dolls don't have sewing clothes. My dolls you can dress. You see, like, I wanted to put a different outfit on him. He's all fuzzy bear, see? And then you can put the different outfits on him. Just so you can dress him up anything you want. And I would, you could dress any clothes on him or. Now I can make them also with the clothes sewn in. Now it's very hard for me to find yellow and red striped fabric. Guess how I had to do this? I had to buy yellow fabric and hand paint all these stripes on here. Yep, I painted these stripes on here because I couldn't find yellow and red striped fabric. And to find the right color plush, this is very hard to find and expensive when you find it. It's like $20 a half a yard. You need about 3 yards to make this. That's what I'm saying. It's costly. That's just fabric. That's not making Then I need like $20 to buy the latex rubber. Not to mention maybe the $10 to buy a yard of yellow fabric. I can't use the cheap fabric like felt because it won't work when I paint on it. Gotta buy a certain kind of fabric that the paint paints to. Well, here is a baby Yoda puppet. This one here, it's got mechanisms in it. It's got its eyes open and close. And his ears. Almost like the big one. And so paper mache head. I covered it with felt. And it's all felt body. And he has a body. He's got a body underneath. The plush doll that they got out with Yoda, they made it beautiful with the rubber head and everything. What did they do to the body? No feet? It's stupid. They ruined the whole toy. That's stupid. You're supposed to have these cute little toesies. Look at those little toesies. You gotta have toesies. You got toesies, little nails. Each one of these nails I had to sew and stuff separately and sew each nail on. And a lot of people don't realize, but Yoda does have a back toenail. They didn't even put that on some of the toys. But he does. I saw it in the video. When I make something, I look at all the details. This here thing that's on his neck, his necklace, I did this out of styrofoam. I got to make one out of clay. I just didn't get a chance to make one yet. So I put a styrofoam one on him for now. It's just a temporary one. So I got an idea what he's going to look like with his necklace. As he is moving. I also made a spaceship for him too. It's in the back. I have too many things in the way to pull it out right now. I did a show in the zoo, and I had this up. One of the kids messed their eyes up a little. I had to fix it. But I got it working now. To get a little, you know how kids, they put their fingers on it. Yeah. There you go. It needs a little adjustment in the eyes, but I gotta go and see. Can you look up the 4 little servers from Chuck E. Cheese? Can I look up the 4 little survivors from Chuck E. Cheese? What do you mean by that? 4 little survivors? Is that a video you put up? I don't know what that is. Explain. No, not the robots. No, I have no idea. Is that puppet show? The puppets? They have puppets now. They do a puppet show with the Chuck E. Cheese characters. They've already been downgraded. They don't do it with. They only have that one animatronic of Chuck E. Cheese himself, and it's like, without the animatronics, that place is nothing. It's the animatronics that makes the whole thing. It's a chunky cheese. Cabinet from the 90s? No. I don't know what that is. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I know a lot of people made things on Chuck E. Cheese. And a lot of people made things on. A lot of people made their own Billy Bob and Looney Bird and characters too. Seems like they're popular, those guys. Too bad they don't have them anymore. Also, there's another animatronic, my beloved animatronic that nobody, no, the Walt Disney World, well, bye-bye with. Figment. How many of you know Figment? They were an animatronic show at the pit. What's the pit? I don't go out many places. I don't have a car. Mostly stay in Merritt Island. So if it's outside Merritt Island, I don't know. Can you do a puppet of it would look cool? Can I do a puppet of it? It would look cool. Well, if you could show me a picture on my YouTube channel, I'll be able to. You subscribe to my channel, and on your video on your channel, show me a picture what you're talking about. We'll see. Puppet of it. You want to buy it? Because I'm only going to make it if somebody's going to buy it. It'll probably cost about $350. $350. It takes time to make, and it takes about 6 months to build. Because I don't just make it and send it out. Sometimes I make it, don't look right, I make another one. Don't look right, I make another one. You know how many of these? How many of these I had to make to get this to look like this? Or how many of these I had to make to get this to look like this? To get the face right. I had to sculpt the face about 5 or 6 times until I got it to look right. Because when I wanted to make something for Aaron, I wanted to make sure it looked like the character. I don't just make just one. I make a couple. Same with the Yoda. The first Yoda I made looked ugly. I never fact where do I put that first Yoda head I made? It did not look like Yoda, baby Yoda. I was like, ugh. I had to make another one. I had to keep making it so it came out right. Do you take subdivisions of original music to put in your films? No, not that's copyright. That's not royalty free. I use whatever I got permission to use because YouTube is very fussy with that. When I made the Apollo 13, the musical, all the background music that I use in that comes from a wonderful group called the Green Orbs. Hey, Green Orbs, if you're out there, I'm your number one fan, and I want to thank you, Green Orbs, for the use of your music. They allow you to use their music free, and so does YouTube allow you to use the music free that they got. And I just took that beautiful music and made songs for my Apollo 13 astronauts. This is Jack Swaggart. This is Fred Hairs. And of course, this is Jim Lovell. And I animated them. And I made the Apollo 13, the musical. I made all their songs up, original songs, my originals. I just listened to that music. Oh, that's a good song to do this part of the movie. Had a theme that I wanted to do, Apollo 13. This is going to look, and that's why I made Splashdown Day. All started with that song. from Green Orbs. I heard do 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 do. The song was originally called "Splashing Around" from the Green Orbs. And I said, "Hey, I gotta make a song," and it was on Splashdown Day, Apollo 13, when I found the song. Well, it was a few days after Splashdown Day. Was that a little few days after April 17th. I was getting close to the big stuff, the 50-year celebration of the cartoon, which was April 27th when I designed the cartoon on Apollo 13. And that song, the YouTube said there's some free music, and I came across that song, Splashing Around. And I thought, wow, I got to make a song about Splashdown Day with this, and that's what I did. And that turned into Apollo 13, the musical. Oh yeah, I'd be interested in any music. If you want me to put your music in my cartoon, you'll get your name up on the cartoon when it goes on. You'll have the royalties on the cartoon here. I can't really pay you anything because I don't have money. I'm doing this all free. I don't get into money. Everything is free. I do things free. But if you do give me it free and you want me to use it in my cartoon, if you want my Apollo 13 astronauts to sing along with your songs, why not? I would love to have some music. Matter of fact, I'm working on another movie called Quest 2. You see my first movie, Quest for the King, Journey into Paradise? Yeah. You know, I could use some music. There are some songs that I need music for. If you looked at my Apollo, is it in Apollo 13 up online? No, I got to sing the song. I need the music for a song called Apollo 13, Apollo 13, welcome home again. Apollo 13, Apollo 13, tree tycho worry man. Odyssey and Aquarius on their way to the moon after the big bang. You know, that's a kind of a rhythm. I have all the words written down with the song. I made that song in 1995 when I did the 25th year anniversary when I did Apollo 13 Legacy Lives On. The original movie I made, I sang that song in. I don't know if I put the movie up online singing that song. I must have put another song in place of it. I think I did. I think I have that song. No, I don't have that song on the movie. That song is supposed to be in that movie, but it didn't come out good enough for me to animate it when I sang it. And maybe now I can sing it better 25 years later. And then there was I had another song in the cartoon. I need the music for that one. It's on the cartoon. It's Jack, the Jim Lovell Show. Dun 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 dun. Somewhere between Earth and Moon, we come live in your living room. Come see the live show, the Jim Lovell Show. Dun 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 dun. Come on, young, come on, old. Watch the astronauts get bold. Come see the live show, the Jim Lovell Show. Dun 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 dun. And then also they say another song. We're going to the moon. We are going to the moon. And I have some music for that one too. But do you sing? You make songs? And I like to hear you singing. Yeah, why not? You can send me anything. If you want to sing the song with your voice, it'll be in the movie too. I'll put it at the background music for one of my scenes. And your name will be on there, and there'll be a big thumbs up for you and a big shout out for you, and you will be honored in the cartoon. Of course, if I do sell the cartoon, I would take the song out because, if I do sell copies of the cartoon, because I don't know if you would give me permission to make money on you. I won't make money on you. I'll just take the song off and edit it on the one I would sell. Because sometimes I do shows, and I show the movies live at my shows with my dolls. And some people want a copy of the movie, and when I go to my shows, I have a couple of DVDs and I sell them. But of course, if there's anybody else's music in it, I take it off. I only sell my music. Like the Paul Doteen, the musical, I could do that. And have green orbs, and then I would take some of the profit from them. If I sell enough of them, I will send money to the green orbs as a thank you. But other than that, so I can keep them going so they can make more songs for people to use. I always like to give credit where credit's due. It's the right thing to do, you know what I mean? You help me, I help you. That's the way it works. We got to be in unity with each other. That's how things work. Everybody's got to have a unity. You help me, I help you. That's the way the Lord wants it to be. The Lord wants unity. He doesn't like what's going on in the world today with this unity nonsense. It's like, if only people could get together and love each other. Stop being. The Lord did not design people to fight each other. The Lord designed people to love each other. He made everybody different. It'll be a boring world if everybody looked the same. I like that there's a variety of different people in the world. Different color skin, different color styles of living, different color outfit, different culture. If everyone with the same thing, wouldn't it be boring? Lord made each and every one of us individually, each different languages, different customs. They didn't make us all if you wanted to make us all robots, we all look the same. That would be boring. It would be just like on a printing press. Everybody would look like the same pictures. Hayes over here. There'd be 100 people looking just like this. You wouldn't know who's who. Well, everybody look the same, right? Or, nah, let's at least Swaggy out, Mr. Big Stuff. Oh, they all can look like Swaggy. Oop, he's coming out of his frame. I'm shaking him up too much. Sorry, Swig. Swiggy Swag. Mr. Big Stuff. Like that one? It's my boys. I'm waiting for Fred Hayes to get back to me. I want to send him the copy of the cartoon. He's got a copy of my Apollo 13 Legacy lives on. He likes it. Yeah, I know my boys. And Jimmy was the first one I got in touch with. Jim Noble. This is him when he was young, when he was in the old Mercury days. Hi, how you doing? You saw my new movie? Do you like it? What's the movie you've seen? Or what is the most recent new movie I've seen? What do you mean, in the movie theaters? Or what new movie did I put up online? Well, my new movie is Apollo 13, the musical. And I didn't really get a chance to see any movies because this pandemic thingy, I didn't go out. All the movie theaters were closed. They're supposed to have that new SpongeBob movie coming out, and I don't know when. And I seen a couple things on TV, but my TV unfortunately went poop. I gotta get money and get a new one. So I haven't really seen any movies lately. Only on YouTube. There are a couple movies I've seen on YouTube. What was that last movie I seen? I saw a movie on Joseph. Joseph, The Life of Joseph, something like that. I was looking at. Let's see. Well, I don't know if it was a new movie. It was on YouTube. And of course, I saw all the movies of Apollo 13 that's on the YouTube channel. I've been looking at all the astronaut stuff. They got lots and lots of Apollo 13 documentaries. That's the movies I've been looking at. And I've been looking at the astronauts that went up in space, all their little space movies through space. I've been busy tracking the astronauts. Do Do you like the movies, The Prince of Egypt? Oh, yes, I do. I got the animated cartoon. I got the DVD. I like that one. There was another movie they made. Awesome one. I forget what the name of it is. There was a 3D animated movie they did on Moses. It was awesome. I forget the name of the title. If I can find the DVD on my next video, I'll show you what it is. It's a beautifully done, fully animated 3D version of the story of Moses, the Ten Commandments, and everything. Beautifully animated and biblically correct. Beautifully done. I have to look for it. When I find it, I'll show it to you. I packed it up in a box with a lot of other videos, other DVDs, and I don't know which box it's in because I had a flea festation a couple years ago, and I had to pack things in boxes and get things out of the way. So when the exterminator came to get rid of the fleas I had in my house, and since then I don't know where I put some stuff. I'm still going through things, and I fell down a couple of times, and I wasn't able to go through boxes. And then I had the infection in my face, and I had to get my teeth pulled out, and one thing after another. I'm finally getting myself now. I can finally go look for where I forgot where everything is, so I'm still digging through. In fact, I have a lot of stuff on piles of teeth I couldn't find. There's someplace in another room. That's what happens when things get out of hand after a while. Show us Chuck E. Cheese. I can show you Chuck E. Cheese, but I took them apart. I was showing how it was made. I was showing the mechanics of how he's made. See the servo inside the mouth, making it move, the head, turn, the arms, and his pivot to make him go up and down. I gotta put him back together again. Actually, as I'm talking to you, I'll put him back together again, show you what it looks like. So while I put it away, I don't have to go crazy. Where did I get one? I made this. I didn't buy it. I made this. There's a video, how to make an animatronic. It's a video series that I've designed. It's I think it's 6 parts. I think it's 6 parts. It's on my YouTube channel. I show you step by step how I made this. It's a soda bottle and wood and little servo motors. Yeah, I bought the motors. I buy the motors from a place called Robot Shop. The little servo motors, I get them from Robot Shop. Robot Shop has the best price. And the more that you buy, the cheaper they are. And if you buy $100 worth of stuff, they give you free shipping. I like Robot Shop. I get all my supplies, most of my supplies from them. And then I go flight props for the controllers, some of the controllers. And then I go to another place called Easy Robot. Those 3 places are my suppliers that I buy all my stuff to make my animatronics. See, he's getting all dressed up now. He wants to look like himself again. I gotta put the stuffing back in his arms. They came out. See, he had little shoulders. Okay. Sorry, Chuck E. Cheese. They wanted to see how you work. So I'm dressing them back up to show you what he looked like. He has 5 motors. I got to connect it to the servos. Let me pin his body back together. I got to sew Velcro on the back of this. I have pins on it right now. I ran out of Velcro when I was making it. And I think I found where I had the Velcro. I was cleaning up. I found it, so I got to Velcro it. See, he's starting to look like himself. Let's put his mask back on. Make sure I don't get pricked by the pins first. And take the pins off. I mean, it's back ahead, back on. Ow. Got prickled by the pin. It's a pinchy situation. I guess it's getting me back for taking them apart. There we go. I'm going to get his face right. Hold on. Gotta adjust it. And fix the back of his neck. And tuck his hair back in. There you go. Chuck E. Cheese is back to his cute little mousy self. Gonna fix his pants. Okay. And there he is. Looks better now, right? He's all dressed up and ready to do his show. His ears are crooked. I gotta send to his ears. Okay, hold on. There you go. Now he's back to himself again. And there's Chuck E. Cheese. I gotta get me some Velcro, put it on the back so it closes better. I got pinched with the pins there a little bit. How much money would a real life Chuck E. Cheese size animatronic be? Maybe about $6,000 as a starter just to buy the supplies you need to do it. That's not building it, just the parts. The air compressor, about maybe 20 different cylinders, the what do you call them? Pneumatics, the pneumatic cylinders. You need air compressor, the pneumatic cylinders. You need the valves. You need the Mac valves. You need the pressure gauges. You need the audio equipment. You need the computer. You need. May I go on? Probably maybe $6,000 probably ain't enough. Maybe you need $10,000 for all this stuff. It's expensive just to buy the stuff. I'm not talking about building the thing. Then you got the wood to build it with, and the fabric, and the plush, and the pipes, and the metalling, and the welding equipment to weld it together, and the screws, and and about maybe 5 years to build the thing in and figure it out. Yeah. I would have to sell something like that, maybe $22,000 when I make it. Because that's shipping and handling to bring it to you. You need a truck to drive it to you. I have to pay a trucker to drive it. So it probably costs $1,000 of transportation to get it to you. It's too expensive. Can't do it. Yeah, it does. Thousands. Yeah. So I just said about $22,000. Yeah, I have it on YouTube already. The only problem is I don't have a controller that will allow me to program more than one motor at a time. I can only move one servo at a time with the sliders. But I can't record it. I don't have the program. I got another program that does it, but the computer that I have that does it on doesn't work right. I got to get me a new computer. Then I'll probably be able to do it, but I don't got the money for a new computer right now. I need to buy need to buy the what kind of circuit board. I got some software that I can do it with, but I just don't have the computer, and I don't have the. I need about $1,000 just to get a computer for it. And I don't have the money right now, and I need this computer so I can finish off my Quest 2 movie. I'm doing my Apollo 13 movies on the other computer that I have, but it's only good for doing short things, little short songs. Tried to make a 4-hour movie. I can't do it on that. I won't render a file that big. Yeah, problem when you don't got the equipment and you don't got the money. That holds me back. That's what holds me back. I got a big Billy Bob I'm working on. See this back there? Let me show you. See that? Back there near the Christmas tree. I gotta finish him. But I need about $500 or $600 to get parts to finish him. Once I get him done and working, I'll show you him. He's a lot of work yet on him. I did show some videos on me building it, but the motors that I had were strong enough. I gotta get new motors, new servos. I gotta put. But I do have some dolls. I'm going to do a show on. I have animatronics that I made of the Apollo 13 dolls that I hand control with buttons that are in my other room, which I call the big stuff room. And next live video stream, I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to animate them towards my Apollo 13, the musical. That's another reason why I made that musical. So I have songs to go with the dolls so I can show you them in action. So I'm going to have them perform that show. Yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to do soon. I may do it tomorrow, depending on how things go. If everything is working right, it'll be on tomorrow, probably around maybe either I'm going to try to do it in the morning hour or the afternoon hour. I don't know exactly. I got to see what my plan is and what I'm doing, because I got to take care of other things first in the morning. I see what time I wake up. It depends, I got to set everything up to get it together. I'm also trying to finish up some videos to go to my Apollo 13 thing. The boys are still in the machine. I got to do the ending of that. I think I did part 1, part 2, part 3. I got to do part 4. I'm still working on part 4. Got to get those boys out of the machine, right? They're still stuck in the machine. I paused a minute with that so I could do the Apollo 13 the musical. Chuck E. Cheese. And if you were in to sell, if I were to sell a mini studio Chuck E. Cheese, how much would you charge? I mean, mini stage, like I did the animatronics of the Rocket Fire Explosion one. It'll be about $2,000, and it'll take a year to build. I see got Billy Bob on your logo. Is that the animatronic Billy Bob? I have him too. The one from Aaron himself, the little mini Rocket Fire Explosion animatronic. I got that too. I got him back there. I gotta figure out those servo motors that work on that doll is not the same servo motors. Those motors move by pulse. They are a different type of servo motor, different program, because it doesn't work on my controller. So I'm trying to figure out what program to move those dolls with. They don't work on my they are just regular motor in it. It's not like a servo. It needs a circuit board to run the motor, because I just regular motors inside those little dolls. They move it forward and reverse. Like my big animatronic dolls I have inside with the big Apollo 13. I have to use buttons to program them. Those little dolls that Aaron has, the little mini ones, they regular motors in them, but have to be connected to a circuit board or a circuit board to forward. They just got to forward and reverse on a ground wire. That doesn't run the same signal as the servo motors that I used to make these work. I thought it would be the same, but it's not. They're different. And plus, those motors are very low wattage. They're only about 2.2, about 2 volts. A little bit small, little volts. You can't put the same voltage that you run these motors into that, because if you do, you'll burn out the motors in that little toy. It's very, very low wattage. Maybe it's just 1 volt, some of them too. It depends. I'd have to see, because I know when I hooked it up, one of the motors moved like that and it stopped. And I knew it was just a regular electric motor. The motor moves up and down like this is just a regular electric motor. And the motor that moves the guitar up and down is a pulse, is a pulse motor. It's a leeway motor. If it gets a little current, it just goes up and then bounces back down again. So they're different type of motors. They're not really servos. They're on a gear network that goes up and down, back and forth. What do you think about the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics being replaced with dance floors? Why did they did they take one of Aaron's dance floor animatronics and made them into Chuck E. Cheese characters too? Because that's Aaron's design. That's originally a Rocket Fire design. I don't like what Chuck E. Cheese did to Aaron's designs. No, actually, I don't really like Chuck E. Cheese. I like Rocket Fire Explosion. I only made the Chuck E. Cheese because somebody wanted me to make a Chuck E. Cheese. And I figured, let me make a chunky cheese for all the chunky cheese fans out there, to show how to make an animatronic. And I didn't like what Chuck E. Cheese did to Aaron. No, Chuck E. Cheese destroyed all of Aaron's rocket fire explosions dolls. They threw out everything and ripped them apart and made them into the Chuck E. Cheese characters. Those Chuck E. Cheese characters were originally rocket fire characters. The drummer, what's his name? The chef, that was Duke. Chuck E. Cheese himself, that was Ralph the Wolf. The bird, that was Mitzi Mozzarella. The gorilla guy, the ape like the purple guy, that guy was Fats Geronimo. And the dog, the one I really like is the dog. But the dog was a Beach Bear. So that's what I think about Chuck E. Cheese characters. The original Chuck E. Cheese characters, which were half bodies, just the top of the moving, that was original Chuck E. Cheese robots. But the newer ones with the piano, that was a rocket fire explosion piano. And the one with the drums. It's the original Pasquale, I think he was the chef. He originally, the animatronic had a xylophone in his hand. And his mustache got flung off. There was one that I seen that was just like, I think he was the ugliest character. I didn't like him. He was ugly looking. Pasquale was ugly looking. I'm an Italian. I don't think an Italian chef looks like that. I don't think they drop mustaches. He was funny looking. He was a funny looking thing. I really like the dog, the original dog. What was his name? We got the dog's name. And it's the original Chuck E. Cheese character I like better than the one that they made. Better than the Ralph the Wolf one. The Ralph the Wolf one was horrible looking. Hi there, I'm Chuck E. Cheese. Hey, what? They didn't even move right. They didn't even know how to program it. And the drummer. And then the piano guy. They didn't know how to program the Aaron animatronic. That's a mess. In the words of Fred Hayes, it was really a mess. Why are you laughing? Yep. And in the words of Jim Lovell, and there's one whole side of that spacecraft missing. You guys are laughing at me? It's funny, right? Do you feel the same way? I think Aaron feels the same way too. It's like Aaron didn't like it either. You can't replace Billy Bob with any Chuck E. Cheese. Come on. I'm the real bear here. Yep, I'm the real bear. I see you got me on your YouTube channel. Ooh, you like me. Ooh, he likes me. Ooh. Oh, thank you for the name of the dog, Jasper. Rosalie, it was Jasper. Thank you. I knew I couldn't remember his name, but for some my brain went blank. Thank you. I was thinking about making a Jasper, but then I didn't have the motors, and I had something else came up, and I decided to make the mini rocket fire explosion show instead. Yep, she needed the motors for that. And then she had to make another one for Evan to sell. So she actually made two of those. Yep. And I'm waiting to figure out how to program them. So I got them waiting in a box. I put them in a box so they don't get ruined because I got to build a stage for them, and I got to figure out uh, how to program 20. What is it? 14, about 19 to 20 servo motors use in a program. So it takes about 20 movements. And you want to put lights in it too, don't you? Yeah. Plus, I want to put some lights in it too to make the stage light up at all. So I'm trying to figure that out. So whenever I can get money up, I'll build all that. But I don't need a lot of money yet for that too. So one day, money is what stops me. Then I got to find out a programmer to do it. I don't know how to do it. I may need a friend to help me program it for me. It's because I may need a special computer I need that runs it. Because the one I have doesn't work. I do have a programmer that I can do it with, but the computer doesn't work right. Cardboard stage? No. I'm going to build a stage out of wood. I made one out of the styrofoam card, and it wasn't strong enough. I got to build it out of wood. It's big. I got a wood base ready for it. I just got to build the rest of it. Then I got to drill holes, and then I got to make the sun and the moon move too in the background. I got to put the lights up. There's so much work in it. I got to get the spider to drop down and up. Got to get Choo Choo going up and down. I got to build underneath the stage and put a mechanism. That one I had to buy that gear that I was talking about earlier. There's a lot of things I need to finish, and plus I need to get lots and lots of wire. I got some of the wire for it, but it's lots and lots of wire. Then I got to solder everything. Then I got to make sure I got the circuit boards right. It's a lot of work. How do you recommend to be for people who? How do I read? How do I what recall? I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic, so it takes me time to read words. Reconstruct to be for people to watch your live stream. Oh, how do I remind people to watch my live stream? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I mean, how do I remind you that I'm on? Well, just subscribe to my channel, and my bell would ring. The bell would ring when I'm on. Just set the reminder, the bell to ring. I really don't know what set time I'm going to go on. I go on whenever I get a free chance. Because I get busy. I do a lot of stuff in the daytime. I haven't did a live stream for a while, so I figured I better do a live stream. And everybody wanted me to show them animatronics. Being I'm not doing a movie right now, because sometimes I get in the middle of doing movies. And when I make movies, it takes me a couple of weeks to make a movie. And I get too busy, and then when I did Apollo 13, the musical, I had to write all the songs, had to make all the songs, had to sing all the songs, had to animate all the songs. I would get up 8 o'clock in the morning and go to sleep 4 o'clock in the morning. Then get up the next day 8 o'clock in the morning. I did that for a whole month. I needed a break in between. I had to rest. After I did that, I had to stay away from the animation for about a week so I could rest. Now I'm back got my shirt again. I've slept good now. And then I had to go in the swimming pool. And I finally opened up my swimming pool. I finally tried to emerge from the cocoon. Staying in quarantine for so long is driving me nutty. Then now I'm starting to go. I have to go. Got to catch up on everything I didn't do. Got doctor's appointments. I still have to be careful which doctor. I think I get my teeth. See, that's my first thing I got to do next Thursday. I get my teeth. I hope they're all done and everything is ready and everything is safe. Pray that there's no virus. I got to wait online and wait to go in and make sure everything is sanitized. Make sure when I touch, Yeah. So it's like scary out there. You still got to be careful. Though you got to put masks and gloves on. You might do a live stream tomorrow? Okay. If I'm, you have my channel, right? You got my channel, so I would know. If I see you put, let me, my bell would ring and it will let me know that you did it, and then I could always look at it. Do I ever ride a bike? Yeah, I have a three-wheeler, a big three-wheeler bike in the back there. I have to get some air put in the tires. I fell a couple of times, so I wasn't able to get my leg up on it. But now my body is starting to move good. So maybe now I can start getting it back on the bike because I couldn't get my leg up and move. For about 2 years, I couldn't ride it. Maybe now I'll get my balance back because I fell a couple. I had another dog who kept making me slip because she was getting old and she needed some medical. And at the same time, when I had a bad infection in my face too, and she kept peeing in places, and I kept falling on her. I had to give her to somebody that would pay and help her find a new home for her. I didn't want to say goodbye, but I had to. It was better for the animal and better for me. So it took me about a year and a half to heal from that, and a year and a half to heal from this. I'm feeling so much better this year. This year, I feel more myself. I feel 100 times better. Well, ever since I've been celebrating my 50th year anniversary of my Apollo 13 boys, I feel like a kid again. I got my joy back. So, in this quarantine, I guess was good medicine for me. And it was the 50th year of my cartoon on these boys. And this here is my original picture that I got. Believe it or not, it was in the dentist office. My friend, the dentist, was in New York. Somebody came from New York. When after Apollo 13 came home, I said, I got to get a picture on these guys so I can make them into a cartoon. I want to make these astronauts a cartoon. I'm in the doctor's office, and he had this magazine on the stand. And I said, I asked him, oh, can I please have this? And he gave it to me, and that was a picture I needed, and I made a cartoon. So I was 11 years old. This picture went everywhere I went. That's why it's kind of worn out. But you know what? Well, I'm trading for $1 million. They're my babies. This thing has been with me everywhere. And I like, when I first learned how to swim, they were with me. I used to have that swimming pool. I was in the swimming pool. I was a little kid. I was afraid. I was trying to learn how to swim, how to float. And then people were trying to show me, and I couldn't figure it out. One day, I had in the water. I had my bag and everything. And I had this, of course, in plastic and all. And it was sitting up on top. And I was like looking at them, and I was acting out a cartoon story with the Apollo 13 astronauts. I was splashing down, going in the water, and everything. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at the astronauts and staring at them. And all of a sudden, I started floating. I started learning how to swim. And I learned how to swim that day, and it was exciting. My first airplane ride, I was looking out the window, I had this. The first time I went to Florida. I tell you, there's a lot of memories in this picture. They say a picture is worth 1,000,000 words. Well, this one sure is. And look at the cartoon I made, beautiful cartoons. Oh, because this picture. So, of course, it's important. Does any of you have anything from your childhood still surviving? It's been 50 years. I still got it. Kind of show my age there, huh? I'm not afraid. I'm 61 years old. I was 11 years old when I got this. 50 years old. 61. I'm a woman that's not afraid to say my age. You know why? I give God the praise for every year I'm alive. It's just another year to praise the Lord. And I praise the Lord that I made it to 61 years. Yay! And I still got this after 50 years, and I made a beautiful cartoon for 50 years. So, I'm here. And I'm here with you guys. Where'd that go? I'm here with you guys. My fans. Get it, fans? Hey, fans! You're my fans. You get it? That feels good. There's a cute little fan. It looks like a little daisy. That's what it reminds me of. It looks like a little daisy. You still have your childhood stuffed animal? Oh, cool. Right on. Is it nice to have something still? Brings that back good memories, doesn't it? It's a nice fan. Oh, it's a nice fan. You like my fan? Is it cute? I got this one year in a Dollar Tree, believe it or not, for $1. Not bad for $1, right? It sure keeps you cool. It's a personal fan, you know. Not a fanfare going on over here. You're laughing about my fan? Oh, my picture. Actually, I got another picture later on. I got a good one of them, and I blew it up to make these. This is the same picture. That was 25 years ago. I did that one. And I did the 25th anniversary for the cartoon. But I think they're older than 25 years ago. I made these when I was starting to make the cartoon, Apollo 13 Legacy. I think it's about 27 years, I think these are. Because I had them in my room before I did the show. And I had it with the animated, big life-size ones I have inside. Big life-size animatronic dolls I'm going to show in my next video. Singing with the Apollo 13 musical. I made those in 1985. Same year, Aaron, with the Rockefeller explosion. It's funny how that worked out. I think he started in 1985, didn't he? Same year. I had my own animatronics show, too. I think Chuck E. Cheese was around about that time, too, maybe a little bit before. I don't know. It was around about the same year, 1985. That's when the Teddy Ruxpin bear came out, too. Remember Teddy Ruxpin? The talking animated bear with the caterpillar guy? Called Grubby. I still got those toys, too. I got them inside. I like those World of Wonders toys. Those were wonderful. What's my favorite Rock the Fire Explosion song? Catch a Wave is yours. Okay. Oh, my favorite one is the one that Billy Bob sings. I think it's called what's the name of that song? The one I play all the time. Oh, what's the name of the song? Uh, um, something band. Ooh, what is the name of that song? I know the name of the song. I just can't remember it. I got the 45 in my cabinet. Um, something band. The one that went the one that blah 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 blah. I can't think right now. You know what it is? I'm getting a little tired right now. I'm thinking my brain. You have Teddy and Grubby. Oh, okay. You got them too. Oh, they cute. Does yours still work? Mine, I had to keep fixing them because they're old. They survived the fire. I had a fire a while back, and I managed to save them. I had to take them all apart, wash them, rebuild them. I'm trying to find brand new ones, good ones. So my head ones I could, but I can't. Once I found a couple in garage sales that were broken. I had to take them apart and fix them too. I try to find nice ones. One thing about the Teddy Ruxpin bears, when you don't use them for a while, those servos get stuck. You gotta loosen them up again. They use cheap servo motors on them. What's my favorite rock? I know my favorite Rocket Fire song is that Billy Bob song. Band man. I think it's Band Man. I remember I play it all the time. It's not that I don't play the song. When I get off here, I gotta find what it is to tell you. The one with the guitar, the band song. Band Man, that's the bass man. That's right, that's it. Thank you. That's my favorite one. You have a Fubby, Gizmo, Fubby. Yeah, I have Fubby also. Got a couple of those. I also have the animated Yoda doll with the stick, with the lightsaber. I like that one. That's a real animated toy. The Master Yoda toy. I think I got a picture of it here. I think I have. There's a picture of him. I have a video with me with this guy. I have this one. I like this toy. It really moves. Master Yoda. You look at my YouTube channel, you'll see me. This guy was beating me up with his lightsaber. That was my first video I did, I think, because I was testing to see if this computer worked, and I tested it out with the doll. Oh, you have a Beach Bear prototype though? Yeah, that's a nice one. Keep it in good condition because those are rare to find. The best thing, yeah. Yep, that's a nice doll. I have the mini Billy Bob dolls, the animatronic ones. I got two versions of it. I got it in my china closet with the CD, the basement. I got them on the tree base and on the round base. How did you do that to those cardboard? Oh, how did I do these? You talking about my astronauts back here? If I could send you pictures, let's check. Will you send a picture of them? Wait, I didn't get that. If I could send pictures in this chat, I will send a picture of him. Picture of who? You want me to make you an animated picture like this or something? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh, you want to buy a animatronic Billy Bob doll? Go look up Aaron Fisher. Let's say Fisher. How do you pronounce his name? I can't. I have a hard time. I have a hard time pronouncing his name because of the T. You know what I mean? Aaron. Rockefeller Explosion. Look, go to his I think his Facebook page, Rockefeller Explosion, and ask him that you're interested in buying a mini animatronic doll. He'll sell it to you, but it's pricey. It's like probably going to cost you about $900. That's about what they cost. If you're willing to pay $900, go for one. I had to save up for 3 years to get that money up. That was money I was saving up for a computer. I decided to buy the doll instead. Yeah. And then the other one he gave me was a messed up one. And I gave him an animatronic one that I made, small one, and we did a trade. But the one in mint condition cost me almost $800 with the shipping and handling and everything. Let's see, a picture of Beach Bear prototype. Oh, okay. I know which one you're talking about because Aaron was selling those. You got it from Aaron? I seen the Beach Bear prototype. Which one is it? The stuffed animal one or the one with the rubber face? Because the one with the rubber face is the original Beach Bear. The new one that he has with the yellow hair on top, that's a Bunsey toy. It's a stuffed animal. That's not an original. The original is the one with the rubber face. I mean, I've seen all the dolls, so I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the rubber face one. Yeah, I know. I've seen it. Actually, I was there. When I gave, Aaron some of the toys to sell for me. He's selling some of my dolls. I saw the Butterfly Explosion stuff that he had. It was kind of cool. I like Aaron. He was nice. He was a nice guy. Who is your favorite Rocket Fire Explosion character? Mine is Billy Bob, too. Billy Bob. Well, he's my favorite. Ew. See, I'm always the favorite. But Rosie likes them all, too, but she likes me the best. Yep. You got to bear it. Thank you. I made this one. Yep. I am a puppet. I'm a puppet doll. Yep. Ooh. Hey, you got a lot of fans there. I think it's time to go to bed. I gotta go for a bed nap. How about you? Yeah, I know. It's getting a little long. We've been out here for 2 hours and 19 minutes. T-minus 2 minutes and then 2 hours and 19 minutes. And it counts on. Aren't you glad that YouTube doesn't stop your live streams anymore? Because you told them a thing or two? Yeah. Then all my stuff is my own copyright. Yeah. Yep. That was a robot. You know how robots are. That was during the pandemic. There wasn't very many people back there. The robot kept shutting everybody off. But everything got cleared up now. I mean, they were saying that she had copyrighted music playing in the background when there was no music in the background. Just the noise of these guys moving. Some music is that. That was the funniest thing. I can't believe it. Music, copyright music playing in the background. That was funny. Do you hear the motors on these from there? I don't know. These are really cool. What? Those are really cool. Are these? Thank you. You can make an animated thing like that too. I show you. I have another video where I show how I made those. It's just a motor in the back spinning around, and then there's a stick that goes up and down, and it pushes the camera with them back and forth. And there's a pivot on here and on the head. I have him balancing a certain way. You notice he jumps, so I like that movement. Sometimes you have to balance it to make it move the way you want it. And I wanted swag it to look swag it, swag. I want to swag it with a little more swag. He's the big stuff. He's the funny one. So actually, he's the funny one. He's the one that kept pushing the repress valve for the mission. And this is the funniest one. He's always cracking jokes, Mr. Jimmy. He's also the inventor. He likes to invent stuff. Are you selling any puppets? Because I would like a Looney Bird. Yes, I can sell you puppets. The thing is that I have to see about if it's an Aaron thing. I have to give Aaron the royalties. So it will cost about probably $300 because half that profit goes to Aaron. Therefore, I really don't make too much profit on it because I got to pay for the fabric and the stuff to make it. Now, which way would you like Looney Bird? In the can as a puppet or full body? The full body will be more money because it's more plush. I have to use. Oh, Earl? Let me show you Earl. I have an Earl puppet. Hold on. Matter of fact, before the pandemic, I was going to be making these Earl puppets with Aaron. I have to go show him. I may make these and Aaron be able to sell these. Hi, I'm Earl. I don't know. I can do his voice but this is Earl. Yeah, that's Earl. You like me? Hi there, boy. You like a fire explosion? There's Earl. And there's Fiddly Bob. I guess we can have a rocket fire show. Hi there. I do all kinds of puppet shows. I do puppet shows in my church, I perform and all. So I make all kinds of puppets. That's what I like to do. I have puppets on my Apollo 13 also. I got real animatronic ones on them. My next video I'm going to be showing animatronics of the Apollo 13 singing the Apollo 13 the musical. I'll be working on that. Yeah, I do it. Yeah, I have Raphael too, but the Raphael, that puppet on Raphael. Did I have a Raphael? No, Aaron is selling a Duke puppet and a Beach Bear puppet. I didn't make the Ralph puppet yet, but I'm going to make a Ralph puppet also. I first need to see if I get enough orders because I got to sculpture a face, a larger face on it, or else I make a smaller one with the same size face as I made on the small animatronic one. If I make them smaller and use the same faces I already have, then I can make them. Probably will make them a little smaller, like There's a larger ones. It costs more fabric, more money. I have to try to cut the price down. But first, I gotta see if Aaron wants me to do it. See, I have to have the permission from Aaron before I make something on his characters. Don't forget, I have to pay royalties. That's what jots the price up. And I actually did it as a favor for Aaron to help him keep him going. Basically, he made most of the money on the deals. He makes most of the money. Oh, forget, I gotta pay for all the supplies. I gotta pay for the shipping and handling. My time and effort of making it, hardly make any money on it. And everything is handmade. I hand sew everything. I don't sew this stuff on the machine. I do hand stitching for hours. I start zoom, zoom, zoom. It's really detailed. I take my time on it. You're getting a good quality toy when I make something and make it to last. I mean, I do many performances with these. They didn't fall apart yet, so that's how good I make them. You like Eclipsio? Yeah, I'm gonna make an Eclipsio puppet. I'm gonna make those. I could do. That's my cartoon. Yep, I could do anything on big stuff, embryo, Eclipsio, and all the other any one of my original animated cartoons. Sam, Jubilee. You're gonna see Spotty the Fish soon. Spotty the Fish is coming out next. But Eclipsio, I'm working on an Eclipsio puppet. I had one somewhere in the attic. I gotta kind of pull them down. I got an embryo and a zygote puppet also. I got Big Stuff and Jim and Hayes puppets also. I gotta find where I put them. That's some of the stuff I still gotta dig out that got buried. Now, as soon as I get them, I'll show you them all. Why don't I use a sewing machine? Well, that's because my sewing machine broke. And I don't have money to buy a new one. To take it apart and fix it. I gotta fix it every now and then. It takes more time. I spend more time fixing the machine to sew than it takes to sew it by hand. You guys sew. Oh, gotta take it apart, fix it, get it working. Sew. Fix it, take it apart, work. Sew. What? The needle broke. Another needle. Sew. Give up. Sew by hand. That's what I do. It's old. It's as old as the Polo team. I need a new one. I think it's time to splash down with that one. Like, are you the one that made that Rocket Fire game? I seen that. I saw it. But I don't have the mechanism to do that with. My other computer, this computer won't do that. I tried to go on and You have to. I don't. This is a Chromebook that I'm talking to you on. Certain things I can't do on this computer that I could do on the other one, and the other one just don't work. And the other one is not working. It does the other cuts. And anyway, I don't go online with the computer that I do the animation on because if I go online with that, it ruins the computer and then it messes up my animations. Are you okay, doggy? My doggy is getting funny. She has arthritis in her leg today. I think all that rain. No. Come back here. Come here. See, when animals get arthritis like us humans. Come here, baby. You okay? I'm going to have to quit soon. I've been on here 2.5 hours. I think it's time to splash down to sleep. Time to sign out. I like all of you. I got a lot of people tonight. I see you all like animatronics. You should play with us. You can download it on yeah, I can download it on the Chromebook. It's free. Yeah. All right, I gotta see if I can do it. I really don't have time to play games because do you have to pay for it? It's free? Is it free? Okay. How do I get it? Anyway, how would I get that? Because I really work on my movies. And I rather spend hours making a movie than spend hours playing a game. Oh, yeah, you have a puppy from 1 year? How cute. My puppy is an old puppy. She's 11 years old. She's a sunspot cycle. Come here, baby. That's probably why she got arthritis now. Let me show you the boo-boo. She don't want me to pick her up. Come here. Oh, I know your footy hurts. Yes, it does. Your footy hurts. She has arthritis in her foot. There she is. She's a boo-boo. It's a baby. She my pretty. She her little footy hurts. So she twisted or something. Her little knee. It's my little precious. Hello. See, she's a Pomeranian. She's a baby. It's a boo-boo. I gotta take care of her soon. I had to see how her leg is. I gotta give her a leg massage. Lay down over here. Lay down over here. Okay. You lay right here and I'll take care of you till I get off, okay? Be a good girl. Okay. So I'm gonna have to leave soon because I gotta take care of my baby and I gotta get myself ready to go sleep. Because it's 11 o'clock now. And by the time I take care of the dog and get ready, it'll be probably 1 o'clock in the morning again. So I'm going to have to say Roger and out soon. Let's see. Well, all of you, you've been very wonderful. You made an Earl puppet too? Oh, okay. So somebody said you made an Earl puppet. I get Earl. I'm going to try to see if I can produce these for Aaron if he wants me to. And he'll be selling them. Well, you'll see me soon? Okay. Well, everybody, this is Apollo 13 NRG Jubilee. Telling all my fans, have a pleasant evening and good night. Just like the Apollo 13 astronaut said. And I had to say Roger and out. And I'll see you the next show. If tomorrow everything goes well, you will see my animatronic Apollo 13 dolls sing Apollo 13, the musical. I'll see if I can get everything going and working perfect. Okay? I need to get some good sleep. I gotta get to bed early so I have enough energy for that for tomorrow. Well, I'll see you around and have a good day. I love all my fans. You can play this video back and study it. Don't forget, check out how to make an animatronic on my YouTube channel. It's 1 out of 5. I think there's 6 parts to it, showing every step how I built this Chuck E. Cheese doll. So this is Chuck E. Cheese and I saying, Roger it out. And have a good day. Well, see you around. Bye.